Greetings, Clausewitz here. So, I have a problem, and I know I have many problems, and this time it's about the depiction of samurai actually. And it's not like I want to say, oh, always they depict them wrong or they don't understand it or whatever. It's basically just the thing is when samurai are like in documentaries, or there's documentary about samurai, or there is a discussion between people who are just interested in samurai, is ongoing. We see that they often just use the time frame of the Edo period or Edo period. I have no idea how I should pronounce it. I would just pronounce it how I would do it in German actually, so then I feel more confident with this. And the thing is, so this was like the peacetime after Gengoku Jidai, and for information, Gengoku Jidai was like it's literally means the warring state period, and it was like a big, uh, yeah, a big civil war. I don't know if you really could call it civil war. It was basically between different rulers of different parts of Japan, but actually they all were like under one emperor, which would had not real power, but it's not a topic. The thing is, there was this like for some 100 years this time where they fought frequently against each other, and actually where many um, like films or many games are set it in this time. Like good example is Total War Shogun 2, or even the first Total War title, just Shogun Total War, was in this late Sengoku Jidai time. And yeah, but the thing is, after this like this long time of peace and unity, so the Edo period, where they actually didn't fought really wars till the Americans arrived and till like the emperor tried to the Tenno tried to restore his power um, and against the shogunate. And yeah, so this is this is my point is that there is so much more history about samurai, and they changed a lot throughout this history, like in their society, how they were connected to the rest of society, how they ruled, how they fought, how they were organized in military manners, how they waged their wars. And yeah, another problem is that to really pinpoint like okay, here is where samurai started, and before it was just like simple warriors and everything. But I would actually just say it's simple enough. We can really say when they had like a ruling warrior class, then we have this samurai, because the term samurai actually is also a late term. It's like I think in this late Sengoku Jidai time where it was like in Japan a term for itself. And the term was there before, but not applying to the warriors or the warrior class of Japan. More referring to like originally, I think it was to the guard, to the personal guard of the Tenno, so of the emperor, and like his retainers or so who would fought for him. But this is not the point. The point is that when they discuss them, it's always about the Edo time samurai. And actually, many things we famously know about samurai came just from this Edo time, and not actually so much from the samurai themselves, so more from the shogunate in form of laws. A good example is that the katana, the sword basically, but especially the katana, is the soul of the samurai. This and this is like the belief or how people saw it that way, but actually just the law of the Tokugawa shogunate. And they also permitted, um, wait, this permitted, they forbid, they forbid, um, I can't actually, I'm not sure the word, but they forbid actually the possessing of weapons um, for every other class. And this are, but all these things are Edo time laws, that Edo time circumstance. It's not in Gengoku Jidai, and also that the samurai has to own or to wear in civil a daisho, like his sword pair, katana, and the wakizashi. It's also a law from Tokugawa shogunate, and so yeah, I understand it absolutely when people like want to talk about this time, or how about the samurai of this time. And when documentaries want this too, because it is for one reason more, it's easier, because the evidence is more clear. There's not so much lost of this time. It's more centralized, more unified, more simple. It's not so diverse. So it's easier to teach, easier to research, and to organize it in a form of documentary. But why they don't set this premise beforehand? Like we talk about the Edo time, all we talk about is like kinda, or some of it just came up in this time, in this 200 and I think 60 or 70 years of the whole of samurai history, because samurai history is actually like around 1,000 years, where we really can say, okay, here we have now the samurai class, and they changed a lot, like I mentioned before, through this time, and we only talk about this 200 and something years, which is just ignorant and just stupid. By the way, you see this also in the Roman Legion. When we talk about Roman Legion, is often we talk about, I think it's like after the Marius reforms. So basically, like, yeah, after or around Gaius Julius Caesar. So it's it's fine to talk about it. And actually, most documentaries are right about the facts, are well researched when they talk about Edo time samurai, or about the Roman legion of the second century AD or so. But to not mention that, because actually often they explain that this is how the legion were. They don't say, oh, this is the legion in this time. Also, rarely. I think some documentaries really do it. But so often they just ignore the fact that there is much more history and don't mention it. I don't expect that they will explain everything, because it is a big topic. You can't just make a 40 minutes documentary about the detail of the history of the Roman legion. This is too much. And this is okay. But they have to mention it, because people then just think and go from this just one time frame, because they think there is nothing more. And yeah, it's stupid. And it really bugs me, I have to say. And I think I will do some videos about samurai and the legion, and to gear some things up, to just I want to talk about it. And yeah, but for now, I just want to state this, and yeah, hopefully you will look more into a subject, a topic, and see you soon.